This is an ancient land nestled in a remote part of the Himalayas. On a plateau at 3,800 metres above sea level lies the former kingdom of Lo, which became part of Nepal at the end of the 18th century. But its monarchy wasn't abolished until 2008. This medieval settlement was the capital, surrounded by a 6-metre higher than wall with square towers. It contains within it homes, temples, and the palace.
You see this wall that surrounds the village? It's a fortress. We also have guards towers over there. There are 14 of them in all. This defence system was developed to protect us from enemies who came from the north and the south.
The walled city is a World Heritage Site which UNESCO says is one of a kind. It was once situated on a bustling trade route between Nepal and Tibet, up until Tibet's annexation in the 1950s. The settlement's heyday was centuries ago, and modern conveniences haven't yet reached this remote land. Despite the extreme cold, the homes here only have electricity for just a few hours a day. There's no forest, so there's no wood to burn. Instead, locals burn dried cowpats.
The hardest thing is when snow covers the whole house. We struggle to get rid of it so we can take our cattle to the river to drink.
The settlement is encircled by the highest mountains in the Himalayas, and the land around Lo Manthang is arid. The harvest of fruits and vegetables is possible only 1 month out of the year. The rest of the time, the community depends on their herds for food. These yaks are the quintessential animal of the Himalayas.
I'm leaving them on the other side of the mountain. I'll come and get them tonight.
This yak herder owns over 24 of the animals, which freely roam the mountain.
In summer, I like to go even higher up the mountain. At the moment, we're staying here because that's where the grass is. It's hard to raise yaks. Wild animals often attack the herd. I have to stay up all night to protect them from wolves and snow leopards.
The Mustang region was cut off from the outside world up until 1992, when foreign tourists were given permission to visit. But it's far from a free-for-all, as to protect the region from mass tourism, visitors need to apply for a permit costing some €400. These locals would like restrictions to ease.
It would be good if the price of the license dropped. The more tourists we have, the more the village can develop.
What about the tourists that can't afford it? It would be good to lower prices for them.
Founded by a Tibetan warlord in 1380, today its remoteness makes Lo Manthang one of the last bastions of traditional Tibetan culture. The region is peppered with thousands of Buddhist caves where monks go to worship.
I'm so happy to live here. Look at this landscape.
Once a year, this monk goes to a cave to meditate. After an hour's ride up the mountain, he finally makes it to one of the most significant monuments in the region. These caves date back to the 12th century and are adorned with sacred frescoes.
This is Buddha and his disciples. These are young monks. Monks used to come here to pray, where they wouldn't be disturbed by humans or animals.
This small, forgotten paradise high up in the clouds is a cultural treasure, where the past looms large as an integral part of everyday life.